What a voice, what a voice, what a voice I hear. It's like the voice of my Willie dear. And my wings like that swallow, I would clasp in the arms of my Billy boy. Oh, I wish, oh, I wish in vain. I wish I was made again, but made again I will never be, till an apple grows on an orange tree. Blackbird sits on yon tree. Some say it's blind and it cannot see. Some say it's blind and it cannot see. And so is my true love, my Willie to me. And so is all my true love, my Willie to me. Welcome back to FiddleUP. I am Emerald Ray, and today we are going to go through a song called The Blackbird. This is a beautiful Scottish song that has made its way into the American Songbook as well. And I got it from a Martin Bennett recording of all places. It's like total, it's like trad, techno, like all that kind of stuff. Where trad and electronic dance music meets. That's where I found this song. You can find songs anywhere. So this song is, really has a lot of elements that wind up in other songs as well. It's got kind of a bagpipey flavor to it. That's why I like to start off with, with these drones in the beginning. It has, that very super Celtic flavor. The lyrics too are kind of meaningful to me because I used to just sing this song around the house before I ever even sang it in my show. And, the lyrics are, what a voice, what a voice, what a voice I hear. It's like the voice of my Willie dear. And I used to have a dog named Willie who used to come on the road with me and all that. And he was just my canine sidekick for 16 years. And so I used to sing the song to him around the house. I would sing, what a voice, what a voice, what a voice I hear. It's like the voice of my Willie dear. And he would go, woo, 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 woo. So Willie is no longer with us, sadly, but he will always be in my heart and with me on the road. He was my road dog, so, and he still is. So I start off with a nice big drone. And so that, those words that I was just saying are the first verse. What a voice, what a voice, what a voice I hear. It's like the voice of my Willie dear. And if I had wings like that swallow high, I would clasp in the arms of my Billy boy. So there's a little interchanging of the Willie and the Willie Billy. You could change up whichever one you wanted if that was bothering you, if it felt inconsistent. But I feel like it's one of those just kind of classic trad song moments where things change in the next in the next verse, or by the end of the verse, somebody's name just changes. So. So let's go over the chords here. They're really simple. I'm just using these long drones, nice string pads. So we have an A on the bottom, A and E on your two bottom strings. What a voice, what a voice, what a voice I hear. So sometimes I do a little... and that's just going up to the F sharp and hitting a little G trill there. What a voice, what a voice, what a voice I hear. And then here's where things start to lock in, actually. The interesting thing about this song is the locking in of the chords with the song. So what we're doing with the fiddle accompaniment isn't technically difficult, except that it does actually have to lock in a little bit more than usual. So I'm actually playing what I'm singing. It's like the voice. So that's a B on the G string up to the C, and then to the E on the D string. And then I'm going into an F chord, so I have as actually an F sharp chord here. So F sharp minor, sorry. So F sharp and a C sharp on the bottom, and then it's like the voice. And now I'm putting my fourth finger down on the D on the G string, so I can turn that into a D chord. Like my Willie dear. So we have what a voice, what a voice, what a voice I hear. It's like the voice of my... down to the A chord. Willie dear. Now I have an F sharp there. And now I'm going to open that up to the D. So I have my A on my G string going open to open D. And if I had wings like that, to an A, swallow. And now I'm going to do a funny thing here where I go to the F sharp minor and D again. So that line is like that swallow. I would, back to the A, clasping the arms. So that's an E chord, and so I have a B on the bottom and an E on the D string. My, down to the open D with an A on the bottom. Billy boy, and then to the A. So let's do those two lines again. And if I had wings like that swallow high, I would clasp in the arms of my Billy boy. So there you have it. Let's do that again one more time for good measure, because those exact chords are going to be used on the second verse, so that'll go much quicker. What a voice, what a voice, what a voice I hear. Billy boy. So there you go. And we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to hydrate really quickly. Make sure I don't get any words caught in my throat. So this second verse is, oh, I wish in vain. I wish I was a maid again. But a maid again I never will be, until an apple falls from an orange tree. So that is a classic verse that you will find all over the place. That doesn't just belong to this song. That's one of those ones that repeats in a lot of songs. So let's try that with the chords, shall we? Oh, I wish. Oh, I wish. I wish in vain. I wish I was a maid again, but a maid again I will never be, till an apple it grows on an orange tree. And then I do this big lift, a big stop in the middle there, because I'm going into a more fiery, passionate, different chord progression too. It's not complicated. It's a little hard on the fingers. So we have this F sharp minor chord. So it's actually an F sharp into a D major chord. So really getting into the triple stops vibes here, really getting into that waltz tempo. And so so 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 is how that goes. There's no syncopation there. It almost seems like there is, but there isn't. So we have F sharp into D, and then we go down to an A. So that's A, E, and A. And then we're gonna add a little passing chord here, which isn't really much of anything. It's just kind of sounds tensiony. You can analyze however you want. Sometimes I don't like to bother. It kind of doesn't matter. So I'm putting my B down on the G string, and then I still have my E on the D string, and that A string is open. And then back to the F sharp. So you get the idea. So the verse goes, there is a blackbird sits on that tree. Some say it's blind and cannot see. Some say it's blind and cannot see. But so is my true love, to me. So I start off by doing a full round of those chords before I get into it. So let's try that. Keep it in tune. slower than that. So because we have to follow the chords kind of exactly with the vocals. There is a blackbird. Let's try that again. It kind of clicks in, and as you can see, it's actually tricky to stay in that triplet range. I was even struggling a little bit there, but sometimes it's harder to do stuff slow than it is to do it fast. And I find with this song, if it's not going at some kind of clip, it's actually hard to lock in. So let's try that. Let's try that whole verse and a little at a faster clip. There is to do a slow down again, and so try to get that in tune. And so is all my love. So that start that from again from the C, the F. I keep wanting to call it a C sharp. It's an F sharp minor. And so is all my love down to the A. My belief. And that's it. That's all that happens in this song. So feel free to take it and make it your own. Maybe add some chops in there, add some other stuff. I like to keep the song fairly simple, and I really like all that, how this song goes from the drony thing to the using the rhythms in a way that makes it just feel like a completely different setting for the song. So, but I would love to hear what you do. Please send me a video or something, put it on the Facebook group, and let me know what you're doing with it. I'd love to see what you guys are doing with it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.